Hello. Now we are going to present the enhancing HRM practices to address key challenges at all cities, sports, and leisure. And these are the table of contents. And moving to the introduction, the presentation will delve into two critical issues from the all cities sports center scenario: inflexible work arrangement and division leadership or change management theories. We are using two theories, that is theories like situational leadership and equity theory. The report will outline solutions. These encompass well-structured change management strategies, diversity, training, transparent communication, gradual flexible policy adoption, and the implementation of performance measurement. The main source such as Harsey and Blanchard's situational leadership model and Adams equity theory. The presentation will offer practical insights for refining HRM practical rights. Then these approaches aim to heighten or brighten the insights for refining HRM practices. These approaches transform ultimately. The presentation will bridge theoretically concepts with practical solutions to address key challenges and facilitate effective HRM in the all city sports center. Then moving to the two key issues, the first one is inflexible work arrangements and lack of employee engagement. Then the first one, the rigid Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. schedule combined with limited opportunities for leadership, rules and concerns about job security contributes to a demonstrated or demotivated workforce. The lack of flexibility can particularly affect the female employees. They cannot manage the responsibilities of work and family together. Then the lack of leadership and challenge management, that is the second key, the second issue of the All City Sports Center. It is the lack of effective leadership and change management. The management team consisting of long-term employees who have worked there might lack the responsibility or necessary skills and mindset to drive the manage a change effectively. The lack of leadership could contribute to the prevailing culture of inertia and can't-do attitude when it comes to implementing necessary changes to adapt to the evolving market and customer needs. These two issues were identified because they directly impact the workforce ability to adopt, innovate, and provide high-quality issues through effective HRM practices can enhance the overall employee experience, improve organizational performance, and create more positive interconnections. And these issues are interconnected. A lack of effective leadership can hinder a successful implementation of flexible work arrangements and employee engagement initiatives. Therefore, addressing both issues in a coordinated manner can lead to more holistic and sustainable improvements within the program. And moving to the keys, the identified key issue, inflexible work arrangement and the lack of employee engagement of all city center can be addressed through the strategic alignment of HRM practices, drawing academic theories like Blanchard's and Hersey's situational leadership model and Adams equity theory. They can design effective solutions to foster a more adaptive and engaged workforce. And the first one is the first one is inflexible work arrangements and lack of employee engagement, and it includes the right to work schedules and limited flexibility, then impact on female employees and attention and motivation. Then moving to the moving to the analysis of best practices, the first one we adopt situational leadership approach. That is, according to Hersley and Blanchard's situational leadership theory, a leader's approach should change depending on how ready and mature their team is. And leaders can use the notions of improved to rigid work policies and law involvement at the All City Sports Center. By leaders should evaluate how prepared their team members are to adopt the new working conditions, while less experienced staff may demand more direction. Highly knowledgeable and experienced employees may require a more supporting approach, leadership style tailoring based on the requirements of their team. Leaders should change their approach to leadership. For example, giving clear instructions to staff members. That's one of the examples. Moving to the implementation of equity theory of enhanced engagement. Using equity theory as a second option to increase engagement, according to Adams' equity theory, employees gauge fairness by comparing their inputs and to those of others in order to remedy poor participation both on my fair chances and restrictive work policies. Foster a sense of fairness among employees by make sure that opportunities for leadership roles are given fairly. This can reduce the conflict and boost drive. Then reward equity, review salaries and posts to make sure they are in line with workers' contribution. Then the third one is the flexible work arrangements and employee motivation. Then the use of flexible work arrangements can considerably increase the employee engagement and motivation. Flex time and telecommuting alternatives provide employees more flexibility over other work schedules and locations, improving their sense of autonomy and work-file balance. Then additionally, by matching their abilities with purposeful tasks, job enrichment, which involve their conclusion for the engaged workers. Then moving to the fourth one, performance measurement and monitoring. To overcome the dearth of performance, monitoring and measurement, clearly defined performance metrics establish clear performance standard for staff members. They are in line with corporate objectives. This offers a distinct sense of accomplishment and direction. Then regular feedbacks and coaching use regular performance reviewed to provide continual feedback by recognizing achievements. Then moving to the fifth one, leadership development and inclusivity. Then utilize both ideas to solve the gender gap in leadership, offer mentoring and assistance to female employees who are vying for leadership positions by utilizing the situational leadership approach. Their readiness and confidence can rise by recognized by specific difficulties by offering targeted voice. Then make sure that opportunities for leadership roles are distributed equally, that is equitably and openly in accordance with equity principle. Moving to the conclusion, incorporately the solutions draws from established theories to create a holistic approach that aligns HRM practices with organizational goals by adapting leadership style according to employee readiness, ensuring equity, offering flexible work arrangements, and implementing effective performance measurement. All city sports center can create a dynamic work motivation and innovation. This practice, backed by academic concepts, can contribute to the organizational success in the competitive market while retaining its social mission. Then moving to the second one, lack of leadership and change management. It includes a limited change, culture of inertia, and absence of performance monitoring. Then moving to the best practice for their analysis. The first one is leadership training and development. The Alt City Sports Center. Technical, interpersonal, and conceptual components of CAT's three-skill approach to leadership provide a framework for solving the leadership gap. While human skills promote teamwork and trust among teams, technical abilities are essential for managers to handle operational difficulties. Managers are able to express a clear vision and strategy thanks to conceptual skills, which are especially crucial at higher levels. And the second one is participative decision making and goal setting. And in this, the theory emphasizes how crucial it is to involve staff members in goal development. This may be a powerful tool for motivating change and empowering employees. Moving to the situational leadership approach, developed by Harsley and Blanchard, presents a nuanced view of leadership philosophies. The model is four distinct directive, coaching, supportive, and delegating give readers a roadmap and tailoring their strategy based on the preparedness of their workforce. And moving to the performance measurement and feedback, it addressing the issue is consistent with the focus of leaders' capacity to resolve challenging issues. This gap can be closed by using strong performance appraisal system. Employees feel motivated and successful when clear metrics are specified and frequent feedback is given. The fifth one, empowerment and recognition. That is the value of acknowledgement and empowerment by focusing on human skills. That is, employee ownership of the work decision is encouraged through empowerment, which increases commitment and engagement. And moving to the conclusion, addressing the lack of leadership and change management at the all city sports center necessitates the strategic alignment of academic concepts of practical SRM practice by incorporating CAD skill approach and goal theory and Hershey and Blanchard's situational leadership model. The center can design effective strategies for change implementation. These strategies can include leadership training, participate decisions making, situational leadership styles, performance measurement system, improvement initiatives, and recognition programs. And when introducing to the new HRM practices to address the challenges faced by the All City Sports Center, several obstacles may arise. However, they can be effectively navigated by careful planning and strategic implementation. Here are 5 potential changes. The first one is resistance change, and the employee who are used to outdated HRM procedures may be resistant to the developed or deployed of the new tactics, and acceptance may be harmed by can't do attitude and fear of change that were noted in the initial inquiry. A strategy put a solid change management strategy into action, emphasis on advantage for the company and the person while explaining the justification of the adjustments. Moving to the gender equity concern, the gender equity concern, according to the Adam equity theory, which hold that people judge justice by comparing their inputs and outcomes, addressing gender-based gaps in leadership opportunities is related to the theory. Then, moving to the next one, employee engagement and buy-in. It may be difficult to engage the current workforce, especially when there is a culture of inertia in place. A strong commitment to communication and involvement is necessary to persuade a staff to adapt new practices. That is, the strategy is to create it through a thorough internal communication strategy, share the goals, developments, and results of new practices frequently. And moving to the balancing flexibility and operational needs, managing flexibility and operating requirement, implementing flexible work arrangements may lead to questions about how to manage employee requirement while maintaining operative effectiveness. And the strategy strike a balance between operational needs and flexibility, progressively implement flexible work rules, assess their results, and make necessary revisions. Moving to the performance measurements and feedback resistance, it may arise when introducing a system for measuring performance and providing frequent feedback because they are used to working without supervision. The strategy is emphasize the advantages of performance measurement for career and professional development, train managers to offer constructive criticism and stress that the intention is supportive rather than punitive. Moving to the cultural inertia and cultural resistance and inertia, the HRM practices due to the new adoption of HRM practices due to prevalent cultural of lethargy and can't-do attitude strategy. Through targeted communication and training, promote an environment of openness, innovation, and improvement to motivate staff, highlight achievement from comparable organizational reforms. And this is the lack of resource and budget strains, that is adopting new HRM method and would necessitate spending money on infrastructure, technology, and organizations' finances. That strategy is the All City Sports Center can conduct a thorough cost-benefit analysis to handle any budget constraints throughout the upgrading HRM practices. And in the summary, the implementation of new HRM practices the all city sports center may encounter resistance due to the ingrained attitudes, gender bias, a concern about the change of measurement. However, a well-structured change management plan, diversity, inclusion, initiatives at transparent communication, gradual implementation, and a positive approach to performance assessment can effectively overcome these challenges. And implementation of agile workforce management strategy that encourage cross-functional cooperation and skill diversification as part of the solution. It is the one. And as the second one, a transparent communication set upon lines of communication to notify staff members of organizational changes and their effects by opening explainly the center's initiatives to adjust the market demands. And moving to the third one, that is skill-based leadership development. That introduce skill-based leadership development programs that emphasize increasing leadership competence outside the hierarchy roles as a third option. The strategies support the worry about the lack of available leadership opportunities. And moving to the fourth one, that is work-life integration. The integration initiatives implement initiatives to integrate work and life will help you overcome the problem of rigid work schedules, offer perks like flex time, remote work choices, and shorter weeks. Incorporating these recommendations into the All City Sports Center, the HRM's practices can amplify the effectiveness of the previously mentioned solutions. And agile workforce, transparent communication, skill-based leadership, and can collectively foster a dynamic and engaged workforce that is better equipped to tackle the challenges of the changing market landscape. These recommendations underscore the importance of addressing both operational and cultural aspects drive successful organizational transform. And these are the references. Thank you.